So we're out. We're out of the FA Cup, thrashed 3-1 by Leicester City, and here a streak of 29 unbeaten away games comes to an end, and it's bizarre. It's actually bizarre because you could always argue, you could say Bruno Fernandes was in the team, we were actually favourites to win the FA Cup, we can actually try and actually outplay Leicester City because they have been actually a bit more underperforming against us for the past year or so against Ole. So we can actually say that we were actually the favourites to actually go through to the semi-finals, facing Southampton in the semi-finals, fucking Southampton in the semi-finals. You could actually imagine about that. You could have easily gone there and we have beaten them, and we could have a chance to play in the final, and we could have a go in the finals against Manchester City or Chelsea. We could have. We tried something here, some useless bullshit, and they're knocked out. They're knocked out, and deservedly knocked out, you could say, because they were actually all over the place. The midfield of NDD and Tillemans were running our midfield 1,000 times better than Fred and Matic, than Fred and McTominay, and we are in no chance actually trying to pass that midfield. There's no Marcus Rashford. And the other thing, you can always trend Ole out, you can trend Maguire, you can trend Bruno Fernandes for not performing in a big game or not performing in a game that actually matters for the club. But this has to be on Ole. You could always say his substitution has been bizarre or awful, or he waits for till the 70th or 80th minute for an actual substitution. To the first substitution, he doesn't use his 4 subs, he doesn't use his 5 subs, he doesn't use his 3 subs. You can argue all day long that this has to be on Ole because he has rested Bruno and Shaw for fucking what? Why are you resting Bruno and Shaw for a fucking important game? This isn't a friendly game or so. You're going to the Euros, I don't fucking care, because I need this club to actually winning trophy. This season is actually one of the most important seasons for Manchester United because we have been trophyless for the past 3 years now. You could always say Ole has been doing this, Ole has been doing that. Manchester City performance was a good one. AC Milan's second half was actually a good one. We deserved the win for that half, and we actually outplayed in the first half, you could say. But here we outplayed the whole game. There wasn't a single chance or a single moment I could remember where we actually, were actually carrying the ball forward. We had so much of possession and we didn't panic. We were actually panicking. Jamie Vardy and Iheanacho. Iheanacho was in his form of his life, and you give a back pass to Iheanacho, Fred. That's so awful. That's so awful. 2 consecutive games in a row. Fred has been so awful, and we can't keep him out because that's the quality we have. That average quality is an actual starter for us, and we can't change. And we don't even look for a defensive midfielder in the summer. We aren't fucking planning for it because we can't actually pay 120 million for Sancho in the pandemic. We can't actually go for Haaland. We actually can't go for NDD. We can't go for Madison. We can't go for Grealish. What can you actually fucking do? Ole has said a week before that trophies actually hide the progress that we have made, and we just get knocked out the week after. Now that's embarrassing. Actually, if I was Ole, it's actually so embarrassing. It's just a slap in your face because you can't be saying that and you actually get knocked out the next week. You should have a plan that how to actually win these big games, because these kind of players are Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay, Marcus Rashford, Mante Marshall aren't used to winning now. They're actually playing like a friendly game. They're playing actually like a league game, and they aren't put under pressure in any situations. You could argue in Jose Mourinho's reign, Anthony Martial was there, but here under Ole, it's been just go and enjoy yourself. That isn't gonna work. So it was always gonna be a pressure that we can't handle. Iheanacho and Leicester has been in one of the great forms of their life, and they are coming to face us. They have that mentality. They know that they have to have possession. They have to have that control right from the start till the end, because they've got an equalizer out of nothing. Paul Pogba a great quality, great turn, and a dummy from Donny van de Beek. It was so brilliant. Then a great finish from Mason Greenwood. That was quality. Winner of this tie will be going to face Southampton, and that was dodgy. That was dodgy because our luck has been so poor, so bad that we won't be getting so easy opponents in a semi-final. Fucking no, actually no. So it was a feeling that we won't actually go there. We won't actually go there, and deservedly knocked out, as I said, because you don't have to rest Bruno and Shaw because this isn't a tin pot trophy, or this isn't actually a round 4 or round 3 game, because this is actually a quarterfinals. And if Bruno didn't say that to Ole, that it's actually important, why resting me out, or Luke Shaw didn't say it to him, it's actually so frustrating. Actually, what's actually going on behind the scenes, I don't know, but it's actually so frustrating for as a fan, because we are out and we can't guarantee that Europa League is ours. I have no confidence. We are actually going to bottle that again, because we have more tougher teams to come. We can actually face Arsenal in the finals of Europa League if we aren't reaching it. To be honest, we aren't reaching it, because this FA Cup was actually the so simple thing we can actually do, and face Manchester City or Chelsea in the final and have a go. We were in a good form and we are going away to Leicester and actually getting beaten 3-1. And I don't care, because if we have been actually defeated by City in the Manchester derby and the away streak ends there, I wouldn't have worried actually. I wouldn't be worried this much. And when it's this game, it's actually so frustrating and annoying, because we are actually in a good form and going as one of the favorites to win against Leicester, and we are actually bottling it with actually null performance. I have no belief in Ole now. You could say this can happen every season, that we can be going unbeaten for 40 games, and lose in a final, and we go trophyless for the next 10 years or what? You can't get into the stadium, man. Can't get into the stadium if you're doing this. This was actually so predictable that we are actually anyway going in the semi-finals. That the draw was made against Southampton. We're actually a bit of a relief that we can actually have a go and actually dominate Southampton, because they have been in the worst form of their life. Fuck off, man. Fuck off! It has to be like that. We are in a pandemic and we aren't allowed in the stadiums, and fans are actually waiting to actually go to stadiums and not see this bullshit there. It's lucky that we aren't seeing this bullshit there. 3-1 against Leicester. Fred, awful, and gives a back pass, a weakest of ever back pass to Henderson, and he's helpless. You can't blame it on him. And the moment it went in, it was everything on Leicester, because from the start it was everyone from the Leicester team were actually trying to win this. They have nothing to lose in this game because they were dominating right from start. Brendan Rodgers, you could say that he has been managing it. He has been, he had bottled the top 4 in the last day against us. This time he has been doing pretty well, and he's actually touching with us at the 3rd spot. And he can actually have a go. Why he will be coming here, and it's a negative pride, negative tactics, and why would he be coming here with that negative tactics and try to sit back and try to hit us on a counter? I would be happy to see us have possession. Why would he do that? He has that pride. He is just behind, just 3 points or just a point behind Manchester United in the league, and he can actually go through. He can actually believe that he can win against them. He had a 2-2 draw against us in the final minute with a turns away own goal. So why can't he be coming here and trying? He could be actually confident he can actually nick it and have a win. And he had a great win now, 3-1 in an important game, and they have been in the semi-finals for the first time in 39 years, and they have beaten us after for the first time in 25 games. That is ridiculous. You can't be actually saying that they were actually going to try and beat us 3-1. It could have been 1-0. I wouldn't be that worried. It's 3-1. It can be irritating that the goals are scored, but the way it has been scored, it is fucking awful. It is fucking awful. Tielemans from the halfway line, he has done it against Arsenal the same way from the halfway line. He has every room and tried a solo goal and he hit past Bernd Leno, and against Manchester United he wins the ball, plays a 1-2 with Jamie Vardy, and he gets the ball from the halfway line, solo run, Maguire and Lindelof backpedaling, bottom corner, easy as that. You see that play of his quality and you let him run past you and let him come into the box and have a go, you're fucking punished. You deservedly have that goal. And it is, we talked about our midfield plenty of times in the videos before, that when our midfield is actually crossed, our defense can't handle it. You could say Maguire, Lindelof, Luke Shaw and Bissaka has been so fabulous against the top six. These many clean sheets, that bullshit. But when our defense is actually put in constant pressure for a lot of while, they are actually gonna panic, and that's what happened against Tielemans. They are not confident at all. They are not going and closing him down. They're just backpedaling and trying to get him out, and they're not confident. So you can't expect Dean Henderson to actually come in and save us like Captain America or something. If we have been facing City in the finals, you could have actually tried and actually, played very well against them. And we have a good record against them. We could have actually tried and have a go, and could have done it in extra time at least. Extra time. I could have a belief that we could actually do, because they would be actually trying and feeling nervous when they'll be facing us, because they have been doing so bad against us, man. No, we could have actually have a go and try to win it. That team, the form they have been in, they were monstrous, and actually have gone there and had a clean sheet with a 2-0 win, 2-0. We were actually favourites. I would have actually gone for it, and I would love that final, because we actually could dominate that game, and Man City couldn't have any idea to face us, to handle us. Could have been a good one. So guys, so if you like the video, please hit that like button, and if you're yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. Manchester United will go trophyless for another season or what? It's a big question mark. Just a Europa League to play, and it's been a mess, and all of a sudden it's a bad season. You could say we are finishing second in the league, we are finishing third in the league, we are finishing second. We can go unbeaten for the next 4 to 5 games in the Premier League. I don't fucking care, man. I don't care. Second in the league, bullshit, and that's unacceptable. You could say all the players, you could say Donny van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw. Club comes first, man. Luke Shaw has been selected for Euros for after a long while. That you can understand. At least you can understand that. Bruno for Portugal, France, Paul Pogba, Martial, Edinson Cavani. Why the fuck is Edinson Cavani not started today? Donny van der Beek. People talk about Donny van der Beek to start. Why isn't he starting? Ole was desperate to start him here. Why are you starting him here? We need someone who can actually put those risky passes into the box. There was no service to Martial and Edinson Cavani. There was no service. There was no pace. There was no Daniel James. Greenwood isn't pacey, and Rashford is absolutely missing. So you need to be actually doing something. Bruno has to be in the pitch. He has a 4-day off. Friday, there can be a game in the Euros. There can be a qualification game. This is actually important. We need to be winning trophies. You have been giving interviews that we need to be good enough. We need to be going for the trophies. It's all about trophies for Manchester United. But you go berserk and do this bullshit. It's Fred. I swear, this has been coming. Actually, this has been coming, and not a big surprise at all. So I'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.